HR is not your friend. I've heard this many times from different people, both on this app and at various companies that I've worked for over the years. And as somebody that's worked in HR, as somebody that's worked in operations, as somebody that's worked in multiple different types of roles throughout companies throughout the years, I'll tell you that it's not HR's job to be your friend. HR is in a company for a very specific reason. They are there to protect the company from liability and to protect the employee from liability. So that can work hand in hand, and it can also do this sometimes. And so let me explain what I mean. Yes, HR does the functions of paying people, of getting people hired, of disciplining people, of taking care of their benefits, of terminating people, giving people raises, all the administrative things that come with working at a company. But when it comes to disciplinary issues or people not meeting the criteria for sales numbers, or people not meeting the guidelines, or people having bad behavior, people will often say, well, you need to be careful with HR because they're not your friend. Again, that I don't know how that ever came up as that they were supposed to be. It doesn't mean that they're against you. As somebody that's in HR for most of my career, probably about 20 years now, I will tell you that I want the employees of every company that I work at to have the best possible experience they can. I want them to have a great culture. I want them to love coming to work. I want them to have great comp so that they stay long term. I want them to have great benefits. I want them to be really well taken care of and great work-life balance so that this experience of working at this employer is the best one that they've ever had. That is my goal in being in HR as a leader for a long time. Now, when it comes to people, not getting along, that part of HR is always going to exist, and I really wouldn't have a job my whole career if it didn't. And people in HR know that they'll always have a job if they can put up with the people problems that come with people working with each other. But work is just like school or any other kind of relationships. You're going to have people acting badly. You're going to have people doing things that they shouldn't. You're going to have people testing. You're going to have people pushing the limits of things. And that's often where HR has to come in and work with that person's manager in order to affect a change to keep the order of business working properly so that everybody can still keep making money, which is the goal of business overall, right? Okay, so I will tell you from the company side that if there is a person that's not meeting their key performance indicators, they're not meeting metrics, they're not meeting sales numbers, anything like that, not answering the phone as much as they're supposed to, that's the easiest kind of discipline that somebody like me comes up against when dealing with employees, because it's not about what kind of person they are. It's not about their value as a human being. It's to say, Bob, you haven't met sales numbers 3 months in a row, and we've got to put you on a discipline, and we'll give you a little bit of time to kind of correct this, but you're not paying for yourself in this industry. That's a pretty easy function for HR to come along and fix as far as discipline. Now, when it comes to two people not being able to get along, it depends on the levels of the people, right? There's going to be parameters of what's allowed at the company in your company handbook and your policies and procedures. And there's also going to be just making the order of business work. And everybody knows that just like any relationships in your life, you're going to have different styles of people. Some people are very analytical. Some people are very personality driven. Some people are really concerned about what other people think. And some people don't give a flying F what other people think. And all of those people work together and have to make money together. So it's always going to be difficult when you get in that kind of environment to be able to say that everybody's going to be able to get along and just work and be able to function. So HR's job is to try to mediate that. And whenever you try to mediate two sides of people that are not happy with each other, one side's probably going to walk away from that interaction unhappy. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's just the nature of human beings working together. So that's why HR tries to put things like policies, procedures, handbooks in place, is to try to make everything as fair and equitable as possible between one party and the next when it comes to the rules. And that's why we have rules for everything. That's why we have policies and procedures for everything, is to try to lay out the ground rules so everybody understands how they're supposed to act. Now, when you have bad behavior that's like immediate termination behavior, any kind of harassment, discrimination, any kind of people treating people badly, people treating people unfairly, people belittling or being terrible to other people, I'm all about getting rid of those people as soon as possible because those people are a cancer to your organization. Get the high-performing jerks out, or just get all the jerks out altogether. People really have no reason to be rude at work. It really doesn't help anybody be able to get along. But don't understand the function of HR. It's not that they're to be your friend. Yes, they want to make sure that the employees have a great experience, but they also have to make sure that the business can function and everybody can make money. Let me know your thoughts down below. Am I right here? Am I wrong here? And what's been your experience?